Now that I've done that big update, I had a video request from, I can't remember who it was now. I really can't. But it was sent to me like forever ago, and I was like, that's great. But someone asked me to do a video on why I think a lot of sisters, or I can't remember if it was just sisters or just people in general, why they revert to Islam and then leave. And I had to think about it because I wasn't completely sure. But the more I thought about it, the more I kind of looked at people, and the more I kind of looked at what we do in Islam, the more I was able to start piecing things together. I think a good chunk of it, definitely not all of it, but a good chunk of it is laziness. Um, I mean, that's Islam is work. I mean, it's good work. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. My allergies are acting up. But it's work. You get up at like 5 in the morning to pray. You have to stop what you're doing 5 times throughout the day to pray, and it's like 10 minutes of prayer, and it's another 10 minutes of getting washed up, and then finding a hijab, getting a hijab put on. It's a lot of work, and I think a lot of people are lazy. I know for me, I feel a bit of a disconnect when I'm not praying, and unfortunately, I don't pray as much as I want to. I'm working on that. I'm really, really trying to work on that. But I know when I don't pray, I feel a disconnect. And I think a lot of people, when they first, I think there are two groups of people who revert to Islam. There are the ones who revert and struggle. They have their own little personal jihad with prayer and reading Quran, learning Hadith, just all that. And there are the people who are like a fish in water. Like they jump in and everything comes so easily. They're up praying when they need to, always. They are learning the Quran, like the entire Quran in a week. It's crazy. Like there are just these two groups of people. And unfortunately, I fall into the first group, which is the people who struggle. They have their own little jihad. And but I think with that, I think people deal with that jihad, and they feel that disconnect from Islam. They're not praying. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and so you don't feel connected. And I think that discourages people. They don't feel the click. There's no chemistry, if you will, and so they leave it because obviously it doesn't feel right. Obviously, it's not working for them. And that's not how people should go about it. You need to work at it. That's really what it is. When you first come into Islam, you have to work at it. You have to break a lot of bad habits. You have to learn a lot of new habits. It's a lot of work, and people just aren't ready for that. That's the big thing that I think, anyways. Yeah. For me, that's honestly what I think it is. That's why I think a lot of people leave. I think it's laziness. And not saying that, I don't mean that to be like, to sound rude or, harsh, but I think that it's, people not being in the habit of doing all these things. And it's not even just reverts that deal with these issues. I know there are plenty of Muslims that even though they've been raised in this faith, they still struggle with things such as prayer. So I think that just makes it more difficult. And I think another part of it is if you're not surrounding yourself with Muslims, then you are not allowing yourself to be in that presence, that around people who are going to help lead you in the proper path, that are going to help you develop these habits. I know that's a bit of an issue for me. I live near a mosque. I'm not a fan of that mosque. That's just the way it is. the mosque that I prefer, the one that I took my shahada in, the one that I feel like I have a family in, it's a little further away. And one of my best friends from that mosque is currently living in Spain, which is sad. She's coming back though. But I know when I was going out there to see her, when I was spending a lot of time with her, I was praying more often. That was a big thing, prayer. But I was reading Quran more. I was trying to look at Hadith more. I was, all these big important things. And that was when I was with her. As soon as she left, and as soon as I quit going out to Norfolk as much, things waned. Things waned a lot. And I don't know, it's just, you're not surrounding yourself around those people. And then out here where I live, where I go to school, there are only 2 Muslim sisters that I know of that go to college with me, and I rarely see them. And a problem for me, personally, is that I am married. I am working to have a child. I am ahead, in a sense, of a lot of people. I'm only 21, so I'm really young. And a lot of the people that, second, my kitty wants my food and she is not allowed to have it. But a lot of the people that are my age, that are near me, they're not in the same direction. Like, especially the non-Muslim ones who are not Muslim, they're 21, they're drinking, they're going out, they are dating, they're focusing on all these things that a lot of young people focus on. Fun. That's really what it is. Not saying that it's correct fun, but fun. And I focus on fun too, but my priorities are different. And so the people that I connect with better are people who are in their 30s. Their late 20s, early 30s. That's really where I click more. And the 2 Muslim sisters that I know at college, they're both 18. They're sweet girls. Oh my goodness, I love them to death. But we're not at the same level, One of them is now engaged, so she's going to be getting married. But she's still young. One second. She's still young. She still has those, young aspirations, and I don't know. We're in a different place. So I feel awkward when I'm with them because I feel like we're just different. We're very different. And I grew up really quickly. I grew up very young. I had to. It was, there were personal issues, but I had to grow up very quickly. And so a lot of those fun things that people my age want to do, they just don't interest me as much because I am looking at more mature things, I guess. So yes. So it's difficult because the friends that I do have out here that are my age, that I go to school with, who I'm around more, they're not Muslim. They have whole different ideas of what they need to be doing. My best friend, my sister, as I say, she's great. She's wonderful. I love her to death. She encourages me, just like a Muslim sister would, to strengthen my deen. And so I need more friends like that. And I think a lot of new reverts need friends like that, who, even if they're not of the Muslim faith, they support you and they encourage you and they know how important this is. And so they work to help you. So I think either you need friends like that, or you need Muslim sisters or brothers if you're a brother. But I think you need Muslims around you to help push you in that direction and keep you going there. Now, when I start school out in Norfolk in the fall and my friend is back, then I just feel like once that happens, this whole door is going to open because I'm going to be going to school right next door to the mosque. So I will be there for just about every prayer. I will be there for Jummah. I will be there for after Ramadan or during Ramadan, to break fast. I will just all these things that are so important. And I'll be able to do them because I'll be there. And I could do it now, but like I said, I don't feel comfortable in the mosque here. But so I think that's it. I think you need Muslim friends. I think you need, or supportive friends, Muslim friends, whatever you can get there. I think you need motivation. You need to really work at breaking that laziness, and you need to be active in the mosque. So, and I think a lot of new reverts, they're not able to do those things either due to personal situations or location or just the shaitan not leaving them alone. It draws them away. So that's my opinion. I would like to hear what you have to think about it. So let me know. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.